In this video, I decided to beat Elden Ring's main game and DLC while only using curved swords. I did this in a region lock style where I could only move on to the next area once I had defeated the main boss of that region, and so on. This weapon type had a lot of variety in the type of builds that you could make, with having an extremely strong charged attack build. Nice! And then again. It is just so good. This weapon is insane. Poise break. And dead. Damn. Genuinely almost scripted Malekith. That's actually low-key kind of crazy. As well as high dexterity scaling, which allowed for insane amounts of damage. Holy, this damage is insane. And of course, the infamous jump attack build that just melts bosses. Oh, Frost proc. The jump attacks are so strong. Damn. Look at this. Just melting him. He barely got any health from that phase transition, and he's about to die. You're kidding. That is an insane Mohg kill. This run was incredibly fun to do, and if you want to see more videos like this, why not consider subscribing to see more? And as per usual, I hope you enjoy the video. So for this run, I'm considering using the warrior starting class, as it starts with the scimitar, which will be very good for what we need early game. Okay, so on this class, we actually start with 2 scimitars. I did not realize that. So honestly, unlike most of the other runs, I don't actually have to set up too much before I fight Margit and Godrick. But because we're doing region locks, I also am kind of locked out of getting certain things earlier. So it does mean no Radagon Sword Seal, no cheesing any bosses early on. I'm kind of just playing the game the intended way. Also, through this run, I kind of want to collect a lot of infusions just so that I can infuse my weapons with different things for different bosses. And it will just further show how good these weapons can be. I am now noticing one of the issues being in this run will be upgrading, because there is 2 of these, and as you may know if you play this game, upgrading normal, non-somber weapons does take a while. And it does get quite pricey, so yeah, money is definitely going to be a thing I've got to keep out for. Okay, let's get that.
Can you hear me?
Hey, bird. I'm here to help you, don't worry. I only need one thing in return. See ya. Thank you for the talisman. Alright, so the reason I'm down here is because I do obviously want to get the blue dancer charm, as it will increase my damage with lower equip load, which is kind of what my aim is right now. Hello, mate. All I want is a talisman, and you're going to be nice and give it to me. And down you go. Thank you, sir. I don't know what I should upgrade at this point. Like, I'm tempted to upgrade dexterity, but maybe, yeah, maybe 20. Maybe we'll upgrade health after, because I low-key kind of suck at this game right now. Still kind of rusty, so I'm probably going to need it. We'll start with a jump attack. I do like the running double hit with the L1. I think it's kind of cool. And it does decent damage, low-key. 2 jumps. Okay. The damage is actually kind of nice on this.
Thou art of passing skill. Warrior blood must truly run in thy veins.
Hello. Just quickly dodge that. We actually poise broke him. Okay. With these. Alright, he should be dead now. See ya. I mean, these weapons just kind of cooked him. I'm not even going to hold you. Only +2, and that dexterity might have helped a little bit, but I don't think these things get boosted much by it, yeah. It's only D-rank scaling, so it's mainly just a weapon type just being this good. Alright, I'm going to try and put the quick step Ash of War on one of these weapons, so it gives me a keen infusion. Okay, so this is B-rank dex scaling. If I could put the other one to keen scaling as well, that would be really good. Might as well just call me a no-hit runner at this point. Like, what the hell? I weaved every... Okay. I weaved every single one of those, but I still get hit to a kick. Like, I don't understand when these dudes got so damn fast. Like, the fact that he was just right behind me chasing me is insane. I full sprinted towards it like Usain Bolt, and you're telling me he's still on my heels? Get out of here with that. One of these talismans is basically doing nothing for us, though. But I am ready to fight Godrick. I want to see how this goes. Ooh, okay. We do... The jump attack build on this is kind of crazy. We're basically purely just jump attacking at this point. And again. Oh, poise break. And repose. Wait, that should be second stage though. If I could get a nice... Okay, that was not a nice jump attack, but whatever. Hello, bird. Do a running attack, and then we jump. Oh my lord, that damage is kind of good. Kind of nice with it. Hello. I'm here to just be a bit annoying. Just a little bit. Not too annoying. No one wants to be too annoying, eh? Just to be a thorn in your side. And see ya. These weapons, yet again, proving to be kind of cool, kind of crazy, and kind of nice with it. Alright, we're in Liurnia now, and this does give us more options when it comes to upgrading stuff, such as getting the bell bearing to upgrade our weapons to +6, as well as getting the dexterity tier so we can further increase our damage with the keen infusion. See ya, dear. Okay, that was a little uncalled for, but I do have to say my excuse was that I was slightly bored. I do want to actually kill the tree spirit, as it will drop the magic sharding character, which will be good for what I need when I get the Wing of Astel and a few of the other curved swords. So might as well get it now. And see ya. Alright, cool. I do need to collect the bell bearing just so I can keep my weapons fully upgraded together. And after that, I still need to start Ranni's questline, as it's one of the only ways I can access Radahn's fight. The other being going to Altus, but because I want to do Caelid before Altus, I can't go to Altus just to trigger the fight. That would be breaking the rules of the region lock that I've set. So it does mean I have to do Ranni's questline. But it does work out for us because Wing of Astel is only really accessible with that. And then we'll upgrade this to +8. Alright. So now they're closer in level, which is nice to have. And there's only one more thing we need to do, which is obviously start Ranni's questline, and then we can fight Rennala, which is the last boss in this region. And now that I think about it, I might want to grab the jump attack talisman. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Alright, claw talisman acquired. I want to see if the claw talisman would really increase our jump attack damage this much. Okay. Okay. I get the message, I think. Okay, you're going to be entering second stage soon. Nope. Okay, that jump attack sucks. See ya. Very quick Loretta fight, obviously. Alright, so I'm going to have to speed run through this part of the questline real quick. And I'll return back when I reach to Rennala. Alright, I'm finally at the academy, and not too much happened since where I last left off. The only main thing I did was add the keen affinity to the other scimitar, because I did pick up a wet blade that helped with that. And I'm excited to see how this does against Red Wolf, because he is a very quick boss, and these are very quick weapons, so hopefully that means... I can do something! Okay, let's see how double keen works. Okay, that damage is kind of nice. Just a little bit nice. Okay, he's dead? That did 1,000 damage in one jump attack. What do you mean? Like, I was expecting it to go well, but my expectations got completely surpassed. We actually reached Rennala kind of fast. And seeing as how it did against Red Wolf, I do not for 1 second doubt that her second stage is just getting melted. I want a jump attack, but I don't think it will be as strong. Yeah, it's not. It's gonna be a 2-cycle. No way. I'm not gonna hurt you too bad. Okay, let's see how much the stage gets blitzed. Okay, yeah, well, if you do that, then I guess we're gonna be here for forever. Thanks. Hi. Alright, well, you're basically dead. See ya. Yo, this Keen infusion is just so strong. And I don't even have that much dex in it, but it is just melting the HP. I either want the Warrior Josh. Yeah, I think we're going to do Warrior. Actually, I'm thinking Axe just because the next Curve Sword that I use is one that might be better when I charge attack or use the Ash of War. So we'll see how it goes, and then depending on which is better, we'll switch it out. Okay, just before I get to Caelid, I actually kind of want to change the Ash of War for Chilling Mist. I want to see how a Cold Infusion does against some of the bosses in Caelid. Alright, now that I'm in Caelid, I can finally have access to Flame Grant Me Strength, which will just increase the damage by a decent amount. Alright, grab that. Alright, but before I do anything else, I do want to get the next Curved Sword, and the next one is actually in this Town of Sorcery, and it requires me to fight a duo boss for it. I don't really know how to handle this, whichever one's more aggressive, I guess, so you. Bye. See ya. Once I take out one of you, it's so much easier. And the Nox Slowing Sword is mine. So now we've got Dexterity and Magic 1 in. Let's also equip Flame Grant Me Strength. Alright, +5. Alright, this should mean that it will be stronger than what I was using before, because a +8 is the equivalent of like a +3. So this should be doing okay damage now. Alright, now that I'm on my way to Radahn, I do have to say that I'm excited to see how the Ash of War, or even just the base weapon, does against this boss. Because obviously the damage is going to be increased, and not just because of the buff, but also because it's a +5 Somber. But I also want to see if the Ash of War is even usable in fights, because it didn't look all that good, I'll be honest. I want to see the Ash of War. Okay. Okay, that damage actually is not bad. But jump attacking is just so much better. Okay, you've got your stage 2 now. Go here, go around. There we go. Oh, those are some nice hits. I'm gonna buff up one more time. Starting off getting free hits. I feel bad for going for his horse, but at the same time, like, you gotta protect him more than that, Radahn. Ow! Oh my! Poise break into a finisher. That's kind of crazy. These things just do an absurd amount of damage. It's not even fair sometimes. And these things aren't even maxed out right now. There's no wonder this weapon type is already counted as one of the best in the game. Like, that raw damage from just jump attacking alone is insane. We'll do that, I think. As much as I do like the double curve sword jump attack build, I do want to see how the Nox Slowing Sword does by itself, so I will use just this for a little bit, just to see kind of how it goes. And then if it goes bad, of course, we go back to our crutch. I'll start with the Ash of War, I just want to see how it does. Okay, that damage is kind of nice. Ooh, ooh, bush. It's kind of clean, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, nice. Now our damage is even more increased, as if we even needed it. Another thing I also just realized is now that I have access to altars, in these runs I also combine Volcano Mana and altars together, just because I don't feel like fighting Rykard in these runs, so he's not going to count as one of the final bosses, so I just combine the regions together. But another thing I've realized is I actually have access to another buff, meaning my damage will be further increased, if you could even believe it. Let me grab this. Alright. Yeah, that'll keep you at bay. Yeah, I like this. Pretty nice. Straight up could not do anything. It's like using the whips, because the whips in this game have a good mid-range attack. So it's basically that in an Ash of War. So the reason I'm back in Dragon Barret is because I do want to defeat this tree avatar, as it will give us the poise break in tier. And I kind of want to do like a poise break, charge attack build with this weapon, just because I think it'll be kind of nice. So I obviously do need to defeat this boss first. Alright, see ya. I mean, so far, even without the other curved sword, this one alone is just kind of melting their HP. It is +5. I could upgrade it to +6 right now if I want to, but I'll probably wait till after the Draconic fight to do that, as it's not that necessary. I don't think the Astral Ball is going to be too useful against this boss, but I will, of course, try it just to check. But I will mostly be sticking to the charge attacks. Alright, Astral Ball. Okay, into a poise break. Can I do it again? Yes, okay, that's actually kind of nice. Combos kind of well together. There we go. I knew it would poise break him, so I was really hoping for it. Jump attack! And charge. And Ash 4. It's just such a nice combo. Like, the charge attack off the poise break into the Ash 4 just works so nicely with each other. Like, don't get me wrong, the Ash 4 isn't crazy or anything, but it's just kind of nice to use. I want to get 30 dex and then I'll start upgrading more health. Alright, so the reason I'm heading to sewers now is because we do want to fight Mohg after the Altus section. And it's just nice to have the Mohg shackle for that fight. As well as the fact of it will give me +7s, which obviously will be very good against Mohg. And I could potentially get this weapon to like +9 when I fight him. Okay, +9. Now this weapon should be kind of crazy. Charge. Ooh, 1,000 on a charge attack. Pretty good. Ash of War. Okay, that's 1.1. Down. And then run around for the repos. Wait, surely he doesn't die. Okay. That basically killed him. What? Maybe I should not have upgraded his weapon to +9, hey. Genuinely upgrading this weapon to +9 might have made these next few bosses just kind of trivial. But who cares? High damage is all I need to see. That's the thing that keeps me satisfied. I'm dead. I was really hoping I could hit the Ash of War there, but it's fine. Can I hit it here? Yep. Jump attack. I'm not going to get greedy this time. Hold it.
Thy part in this shall not be forgiven.
Jump attack. Charge. Yep. And repose. See ya. What do I want to do here, though? This is the question. Do I want to upgrade endurance so I can do more jump attacks, maybe? Because Vigor's nice and all, but, like, maybe I get 35, low-key. Yeah, 35. Alright, so we've reached a part where I'm going to speedrun Vari's questline, so I'll be back when I get to Mohg's Palace. Alright, Mohg's Palace, and now that I'm thinking about it, there is one more talisman that I've missed that I do want to get, because it will increase the damage by a decent amount. And it is, obviously, the Winged Sword Insignia. Winged Sword Insignia. Why do I always struggle to say that word? Alright, thank you. I will be taking that. I'm so curious to see what damage this is, because even though this weapon is +9, it is Mohg, and he is a very late game boss, so it's kind of going to be weird to see how it does. So your goofy ass down, boy. Nope. Oh, Frost Prop. And... ooh, almost did not dodge that. The jump attacks are so strong. Damn. Look at this. Just melting him. He barely got any health from that phase transition, and he's about to die. You're kidding. That is an insane Mohg kill. A +9 and a +13 normal. What? These weapons might be a little bit crazy. Just a little bit. To be fair, our talismans are pretty good, but like still. Could do 40 or 45, and then I'll do endurance maybe? Yeah, I'm thinking endurance. Actually, just before we enter the DLC, I do want to get another weapon to use for it. Okay, so even though this weapon is +9, and it'll probably be better than whatever I use, I don't want to use it just because, I don't know, I feel like I want to use or try out the double infusions, and that does mean I will be using the scavenger sword with the scimitar. Okay, so now that we're in the DLC, we have so much access to more curved swords, as well as obviously just deleting bosses' HP. However, unlike in the main game where their health would just get completely depleted, in this, because it's based more on Scadutree fragments, I think they should be alive for a little bit longer. But the good thing about that is that it will let us see a little bit more how the weapons do against each boss, rather than their health just completely going within a few seconds. I mean, right now our swords are +20 and +17, so we still got a little bit for it to go before it becomes max level, but I don't think it's going to matter too much, I'll be honest. I'm going to open the doors, and then I'm going to quit out just because I do want to buff beforehand. And doors takes a little while to open. I only wish I had seppuku. If I had seppuku, it would just be so much better with the bleed build-up. Okay, not bad damage. Ooh, okay. I need to be a bit careful. Oh, nice hit by me. Oh, wind. Oh, I love the wind one. The wind one's super nice. Not ideal. Oh my god, that damage. Headshot. And you're dead. GG. This thing just melted through his phases. But I am actually curious what is better. Is the bleed infusion better, or would a keen infusion be even better? Because I feel like keen would do more damage, but the bleed build-up is just so strong in general that maybe bleed would just be more worth it. Okay, so the next boss is obviously going to be Rellana. I always mix up their names, and I don't know if I'll ever get used to it. But whichever one, the best weapon to use against her is a very quick weapon. So I feel like these things are also just going to absolutely melt the boss. As long as I don't suck. I just hope we get some nice opening moves so that the buffs don't run out by the time we start fighting the boss. I'll take that. Ooh, double jump attack. Get a double hit there. Pretty nice. Jump attack here. And jump attack. Ooh. Mine. Phase transition. Okay. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump. Like, that was so backfiring on me if I drank twice. Ooh, nice bleed proc. I don't mind having this free move. Jump attack. Dodge. Alright, cool. In my face is kind of crazy, but okay. Alright. 3 dodges and jump attack. Nope. That's kind of 3 hits, low-key. Because she doesn't launch that attack for a while. Come here. Said, come here. Alright, she's like one hit. That bleed proc is incoming. I forget this thing has a good running L1. Here we go. I just wanted to finish her off with that. You get some good hits in, but also it's kind of fast. Rellana down. And now we can actually move on to the next area, which has a lot of other stuff like smithing stones that we need, and also just moves on to Shadow Keep, which is the next area that I'm going to use. Before I go on to Shadow Keep, there is one more curve sword that I want, and it is found in the base game in Volcano Manor. And it's found by farming it. Yeah, this is about to be miserable. Alright, so after grinding for about, I don't know, maybe half hour, not too long, I finally got the weapon, the Magma Blade. Yeah, remind me to not ever farm in this game again. Holy. Let's see the Ash War. I think this should do decent damage against Hippo. And then when he gets Poise Broke, we can use the Magma Shower on him while he's down, and then continuously jump attack him. Assuming it even gets to that point. Because it could very easily not even get to a Poise Break. Never mind. Yup. Okay, bro. What is this damage? Like, what is that damage? He just gets deleted, okay. As painful as this was to farm, this weapon is so worth it. I think I'm gonna want to go the other way, just so I can get to bosses like Gaius easier. Because if I do go this way, this gets me to Messmer, but I don't know if I want to fight Messmer just yet. Our damage now should be good on basically any boss we fight at this point. Even Bayle, that nightmare fuel of a boss. The dude with the buggiest hitboxes, that dude with the shittest camera angles in all of Elden Ring. I think we're even fine against that guy. Okay, Gaius time. I'm actually kind of excited to fight this boss, because it's been a while since I've fought him, and I actually do kind of like fighting him. Other than the first attack, or the first charge he does, I think he's actually a fun boss. And I also think that he's just going to get melted. Once again, like almost every boss in this entire run so far. The only boss that actually kind of didn't do that was Rellana. One shot! Clean dodge. Run. Okay, and run past. Ooh, the running L1 is pretty nice. Do it. There you go. Jump attack. Okay, I'm kind of learning it again. Nope. No. Jump attack. Jump attack. Fight cringe with cringe, I guess. Jump attack. There we go. Get 2 jump attacks in. Maybe 3. Oh. Uh-oh. You're in trouble. Uh-oh. Okay, not what I expected when I first went into that fight, but it still ended pretty well, I do have to say. Alright, so I do want to leave Messmer for last, just because it feels like he's more of the main boss of this region. And I also want to test out how the Magma Blade does against Scadutree Avatar. Because it should actually be pretty good against him. Especially the Ash of War, because of just how it works compared to how the boss moves. It's a very stationary boss, so it should be pretty effective, I'd say. Ooh, that was a nice hit on him. There we go. First stage down pretty easily. Nice. I'll take that free hit. Yeah, you're just embarrassing yourself now. Quit it. And bye-bye. I mean, who would have thought fire against a tree was not going to end well? The only thing right now is that this is a magma blade, and Messmer is very resistant to fire, so I don't think using this is really a good idea. So I might switch over to something else. Okay, so we're just going to do a cold infusion on these, because I think frost against Messmer is pretty good. And I also haven't done a proper frost build with these curve swords yet, so I kind of want to try it. Alright, we'll do 2 jump attacks. Chill. I mean, you tried it. Good attempt, I guess. The damage is pretty nice. I'm getting kind of greedy just because I know I can afford to. And dodge. There we go. Okay, this is a delayed dodge. Nope! He tried to domain me point blank. I would have been screwed if that hit. Why does he like doing that grab right now? Alright, he's probably dead after this next attack. Damn, these weapons cooked. And goodbye, Messmer. Into a frost rock. Okay.
Messmer.
There we go. You good? You good there? Oh, okay. See ya. Alright, so now that we've finished all the bosses in Shadowkeep, the next bosses I want to fight is Bayle and Rowena. And for those bosses, I kind of want to use a magic-based curved sword. Or curved swords. I want to use both of them maybe being magic. And the two that come to mind is obviously the Spirit Sword from the DLC, which is not very popular, and I don't know why. Haven't used it, but I guess we'll find out. And of course, the Wing of Astel, which is just one of the strongest weapons in the game. And one of my personal favorites. It's just so satisfying to use. So yeah, we'll grab the Spirit Sword first, and then after we'll grab Wing of Astel and upgrade them both and see how they do. Alright, I'll be taking that. Okay, so in order to get the next weapon that I want, which is obviously the Wing of Astel, I need to first get to the Deep-Root Depth, and the way to do that is fighting the Duo boss. And usually I wouldn't even bother with this, and I'd rather go through Ranni's questline. Except with the build I have right now, I kind of believe I can easily fight this boss. Okay. I do like the look of this. See ya. That's one. And your buddy about to die next. Don't worry, you guys will see each other in hell. See ya. And as I predicted, it kind of destroyed them. Alright, let's grab this. Thank you. Alright, so now that we have the weapons, obviously all it's left to do is upgrade them, and then we'll go to the next boss fight. Both weapons now upgraded to +9 and +8, so I think we're ready to just jump into it next. Okay, so the reason why Wing of Astel's on my offhand instead of my main is because, one, I do actually want to see how the Spirit Sword does, because I haven't really used it before, so I want to get the chance to use it. And two, I'm probably going to use just the Wing of Astel, or the Wing of Astel as a primary weapon later on in the run, so I don't want to use it just right now. Okay, it's not great. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's some good hits. Is it going to kill him? No. I mean, sure. And to be fair, that is without any sort of buffs, so the damage doesn't seem to be too bad. But then again, this next boss, the Ancient Dragon Man, will be kind of the showcase for it. I feel like Wing of Astel might be good against this, but... Ooh, the follow-up, for some reason, I can't do it. Ooh, that outspacing seems to be good. Here we dodge back. Oh, actually, if we play it like this, it's actually pretty nice. Yeah, if you just allow him to do this, Ash of War him, and then dodge back, it's actually pretty strong on this boss. Dodge, and then... Ooh, didn't outspace hard enough. And he should be dead in the next one. There we go. It's actually kind of satisfying on this boss fight, actually. I actually did enjoy that fight for once. I think that actually was actually really fun on that fight. I genuinely was not expecting it to be that good on him. So if there's one thing to take away from this, it's that Gideon and Leda shouldn't be any issue on this run. Hopefully. Before I jinx myself and I regret those words immediately. I'll be real, for this fight, I genuinely don't know how this will go. Bayle is one of those bosses that I absolutely despise for multiple different reasons. However, these weapons have been so far pretty good in this run, so who knows, maybe Bayle will be nice this time. Maybe Bayle will take a lot of damage from this and this fight's going to go extremely well. Or I'm completely delusional for thinking that it will be any different than it usually is. Alright, this is a good attack to start with. That's not a great hit, though. Ooh, those are some nice hits, though. Okay. Okay. There we go. And then repose. That's a good hit. We jump attack again and again. I would do it again, but I don't want to get too greedy. Starting with this PS already is crazy. There we go. Easy dodge. Once you know how to dodge that attack, it's actually pretty fun. Still good damage. I don't even have buffs at this point. This is just raw damage. I think we've seen enough of how these weapons do against him. In conclusion, they're pretty good. This boss is just not one of my strong suits, so I'm making it look a little bit more difficult than it really should be. And good night. What a way to finish it. Very clean jump attack. And the thing is, I'm bad at that fight, obviously, and even then, these weapons kind of trivialized it a little bit. Okay, so after that fight, the next boss I kind of want to do is Rowena, just because apparently when I run up to her boss arena, I get invaded by Hornsen, and he has one of the other curve swords that I want, so it is a good opportunity to get that. And to those who are curious, I'm not really going to be doing any sort of run like full remembrances or anything like that. I'm more just fighting the bosses I find fun. And in this case, Midra, Putrescent Knight, and Metyr don't really fit that. I don't like fighting any of those bosses at all. And I don't think using this build on them would be all that interesting either. Because that's the other criteria. I also want to fight bosses that I think would have an interesting synergy with this build. And I just don't think they would. Ah, still works just the same. No, but like, this is fun, right? This is fun, right? You know, you can do all your bullshit, your one-shottable moves, but like, this is fun. I think the Ash Wall could be pretty strong against this boss. Let's try it. That's damage is really good. Wait. Dodge. Dodge. Okay, we do 2. There we go. Wait, the Ash Wall's actually really strong with this boss. Or against this boss. And then we'll do another tick. Dodge out of that. Okay. And then Ash of War. That's actually really clean. Damn, that damage! Okay, Ash of War again. The 2 ticks. I think just one more Astral and she dies, low-key. Alright, and bye-bye. Yeah, this Curved Sword absolutely just melts her HP. Okay, so we actually finally have access to Enir Ilim, and I do want to upgrade the Falcons that I just got from defeating Hornsent. But anyway, yeah, I want to get these things upgraded, then we can head off to Enir Ilim. Alright, upgrade it to +9. I mean, that should be all we need for this next fight. Okay, is this the build? I definitely want this, I definitely want this, definitely want this. This could be swapped up for something else. I might want more defense. But, you know, we'll test it out for now. We'll see how it goes. If it goes horribly and I need more defense, then I'll do that. I thought I had to fight... What's her face? Okay! What is that damage? Okay. This, this will be easier than usual, but... I think that's pretty fair. See ya! See ya! So after that failure of a fight, I do think that Radahn will go a lot better. I'm not gonna lie. For a few reasons. One, he's not an NPC fight. Pretty big reason. And the second just being, I'm somewhat decent at fighting Radahn, and this build has been pretty good in general. So, I think it should be overall okay. Alright, restart. I'm hitting a fat restart. Can we not? There we go. Okay. Or you had better ideas. You know, your way was quicker, actually. Do this and this, I think. And the reason is just because I think he's slightly weak to fire in his first phase, so I do want to test that. Let's test out this damage. Yeah, a lot better. Okay, I don't know why I jumped there. Yeah. Since when does he attack this early? Okay, jump attack again. Okay, the jump attack does seem to do a little more damage than it was before. But then again, I'll have to see from the footage if it does. If it doesn't, then, I mean, I'll probably just say it in editing. Okay. I did want to jump attack, but it's all good. I've been missing a talisman this entire time. So that 15% damage has just not been on this entire time. Let's see if that makes a bit more of a difference. How have I only just realized now? And jump attack. Nope. Alright. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. And again. Okay, the damage is consistent. It's not like crazy, but it's not bad either. Jump attack. Yep. Jump attack. There we go. Dodge. Ooh, hi. Okay, the jump attack still is consistent. And again. Ooh. Imagine I died here. See ya. Pretty okay on this boss. It wasn't the Revenger's Blade, but hey, I think this was also a pretty good test of how it does against Radahn. And now I'm gonna head back to Mountaintops to finish off the main game. So the next weapon I'm getting, which is obviously the Eclipse Showtoll, I've actually never used before, and I have no idea how this is gonna go. And I think I want to go for like a death-related build, because it is Destined Death, kind of. And then I also have the Spirit Sword, which is the Ghost Flame-related death. So no, I think it will make for an interesting build, seeing as one's magic and the other is holy. And we'll collect this, Eclipse Showtoll. Now both of these weapons are +8. I don't want to put it to +9 just yet, simply because we don't have the Somber Bell Bearing right now for the +7s, 8, and 9s, so I don't want to use too many of them before we get to Farum Azula. So +8 should be good enough for what we need. Realistically, I probably should have got the Bewildering branch just because it makes my life a little bit easier. See ya. And see ya. Ooh, that's some nice damage so far. Okay, you're doing this stuff. Will that hit me? And here we go. And I want to use the Ash of War. What does this do? Oh, wait, it just puts on a buff. That's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, do not like this boss. He is very repetitive and his moveset's kind of lazy. Damage is still good on it though. And goodbye. I was checking to see if the Ashfall had a follow-up. And of course, one of the main reasons we even fought this boss in the first place was to get the medallion. Because that is the next area I'm going to go to after I defeat Fire Giant. Because I feel like Consecrated Snowfield, Mountaintops kind of works hand in hand together. And also Farum Azula and Ashen Capital also work well together. So I feel like it'd be a bit weird if I skipped between them. Ooh, he really does dodge out of it. Okay. See ya. I have a slight feeling he's going to die quite quickly. Nice. Where's his foot? Oh. That is some insane damage. What? One jump attack combo is doing all of this, by the way. And second stage. Okay, obviously that's not going to be too ideal, just because of how the hitboxes. Yep. And with that, you should be dead. Nice. He just got absolutely melted. And Fire Giant's one of those bosses that has some of the most HP in the entire game, and he just cut through him as if he was a Limgrave boss. Like, this thing just did insane amounts of damage. Before we go to the Consecrated Snowfield, I do want to change my weapons again. And bye. Thank you, I will be taking that. Also, the other problem with using curved swords that give you a second duplicate is that I think the damage will be less than if I had two different ones. Surely this is a lot of damage, right? Yeah, it would work the exact same. Hey. Okay, so now that I've actually reached Haligtree, we can just move on to fighting Loretta, and I really want to see how this Ash of War does with this boss. Holy, that damage is kind of crazy already. I do want to test out the Ash of War, though. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Nope. Jump attack. Nope. And see ya. These weapons are just so fun to use. I genuinely wasn't expecting curved swords to be this fun. I knew they were strong, but it just feels so satisfying to use. The running L1 is just really nice, as well as obviously the jump attack build, which is just incredibly strong. And even if you don't use it like that, if you just use it like this, it's still pretty satisfying to use. And I will be taking this. I'm a bit anticipated for this fight because I'm not too sure how this is going to go. Obviously, I think this damage will be insane, but at the same time, it is Malenia, and you can never predict how it's going to go. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. She just did that in my face. Yeah, you may be wondering why I don't know how to dodge at point blank, but the truth is I could just never be asked to learn it. Maybe now would be a good time to test that, though. It's just a camera angle I can never get right. I don't understand it. Because you have to, like, aim it in a certain way and make sure you're going around her. Because every time I try it, I just don't go around her body. And it just goes so bad. And do 2 of these. You know, on second thoughts, I'm going to do the locked on version. You know, I'm just going to play super aggressive. And then if she does it, I could just do the point blank dodge instead of what I usually do. Obviously, if she does it, I'm going to need a lot of space. The damage is very consistent right now, though. Like, it's what? A consistent 1,000 every time? Running. No, I'll try it again. Running. This time don't parry me, please. And then L1, L1. See ya. And dodge. And then we do 2 L1s here. That was low-key a scummy move, I'm not gonna lie, from her. That imp reading was kind of insane. Okay, we dodged twice. Hit twice. That's just super awkward! Nope. Okay, good damage there. Do you want to do something interesting? See ya. And with that, I've successfully defeated Malenia with the curved swords. I didn't really use the Ash Wall too much, which I kind of wish I used it more in her first phase. But even then, like, if I don't use a jump attack build, it's still good. So it doesn't rely on having to use a jump attack build, which is actually pretty nice. Before I enter Farum Azula, I want to use the Wing of Astel and in my main hand so I can use the Ash of War, because I didn't do that last time. And I think that weapon will have good synergy with the bosses in Farum Azula. So that's what I'm going to go with. The strategy I'm just going to be using for this region is just spam Ash of War. No thought process behind it, straight up just spamming L2. The charge attack of this is actually kind of crazy. I haven't even used a flask, and it poise breaks them in actually one charge attack. You're going to run at me, so you're going to go through that. You're asleep. That's crazy. And then repos. I got glitched in the ground, okay. That is actually crazy damage. I'm not even going to lie to you. Poise break in 2 hits without a tear is insane. And that damage as well. They're just getting 1 shot. Okay. And here we go. Dodge that. And this time I want to use the Ash of War. Let's see. Yeah, as expected. Was there really a surprise on how that one would go? It's like using All Reliable. That was never going to go bad, ever. This weapon is just so clean. I think everything about it. I like the sound it makes. I like the light attacks. I like the charge attacks a lot. And the Ash of War is just super satisfying. There's just nothing wrong I can say about this weapon. So now we're just going to fight Placidusax. And once again, spam Nebula on him. Half my buffs are going to run up by the time I reach to him and can actually fight him. Because he does a lot of lightning strikes. There we go. That's one poise break. Okay, no one phase, sadly, but that's still an insane amount of damage. Ah! Poise break. Haha. Alright. You're probably going to fly away now. And I'm going to go to the wall. And good night. See ya. Alright. Legend felled. And of course now the last boss in this region, Malekith. I think I want to go for a charge attack build here. Just constantly charge attacking him whenever I can. I think I might use a Ash of War hit in some cases, but it just depends on what openings he gives me. Okay, so we're just going to buff up as usual, build a Vow into our Flame Grant with Strength, and Malekith is a bit of a glass cannon, so this should do really good damage against him. I love how quick the R2 is, so I can just throw it out whenever I want. Here we go, and we'll charge attack here. Nice! And then again. It is just so good. This weapon is insane. Voice break, yep. And we'll repose here. And then again. Almost a scripted fight. And dead. Damn. Genuinely almost scripted Malekith. That's actually low-key kind of crazy. This isn't even a jump attack build, and I still destroyed him the same way. That is actually insane. Okay, so the final weapon that I want to use for this run is in the DLC again, and it's actually from the boss on that island over there. Out of here. Out of here. Out of here. Wait, I want to finish you off with style. Come on. See ya. Also, I feel like we kind of also have to go with the outfit that comes with it. It does look kind of cool on my character. And it's kind of fitting for what we're about to do to the final bosses, so I'll stick with it. It only scales with Dex, I've just realized. That's kind of crazy. Also, one more thing I want to do is get the Thorny Cracked here. I did forget to do that when I first went to the Consecrated Snowfield, so I'm just going to do it now. And that will increase the damage so much more. That is really cool. Okay, so the recovery animation's pretty generous, I would say. And let's do this. Holy! Okay, that is actually very cool. One more idea I had. I want to change my stats, and I want to put in as much dex as I can. Yeah, I'm happy with those stats. How is he able to do that? But okay. What? What? That killed him so quick. I don't know how he was able to cast a weakness, but like that just obliterated his HP. Holy. All I have to do is just hold one button. I don't even have to spam it. I just have to hold it and just let it do its thing. But that Gideon fight has really set up the standard for this weapon. That was a good hit. Jump. Jump. Dance. Can I get some good hits on him, please? I could jump attack him, I guess, but I don't know. I've been doing that the entire run. I don't know if I should keep doing that. Alright, dance. Ooh, I love the running R1. Dance. And again. Dance. He should be dead here, right? Yep. This Astral Vault is so sick. So these are the stats before going into the final fight. Most of these have been kind of kept the same. Obviously the dexterity is what I changed recently, but most of these kind of been the same. This is it. This run has been so fun. I genuinely was not expecting this run to be so satisfying. Basically every weapon has kind of kept my expectations up. And this final boss I genuinely am excited for once. I'm usually dreading Elden Beast fights, but yeah, I feel like this is gonna melt his HP. Yeesh, okay. See ya. Holy, this damage is insane. What? 11,000 damage? Nah. Just let it happen, Elden Beast. Just let it happen. And good night. This Dance Astral Vault is insane with dexterity. It's such a clean way to finish this insane run. I've just been using this thing constantly. This thing is so addicting to use. It's just... they cooked with this weapon. It's just so incredibly clean. But with that, I have successfully beat the main game and DLC while only using curved swords. And in the comments down below, let me know what weapon class you would love to see next. Okay, so on second thoughts, I have actually decided that I do actually want to fight the other bosses, because this weapon and this build is just insanely fun. This probably won't be a thing I do all the time just because I hate these bosses, but I really am having so much fun with this build that I just want to try it out and see how it goes. Except I'm not going to show the in-betweens of getting to the fight, I'm just going to show me actually fighting the boss. Alright, well, I'm back. I wish I started recording earlier because I did just absolutely melt that NPC over there. 9k damage within 2 seconds. So I have high hopes for Metyr. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Screw you. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. And good night. Didn't even need to dance. Well, I just realized Metyr didn't even use any of her second stage abilities other than the spinny one. I would have liked to use the Ash of Orb more, but once again, I wasn't really expecting to be able to. It is Metyr after all. Next boss, I think we should do Putrescent just because it's easy access. Like, why does that hit? This dude has one of the least predictable movesets in the game. This is why I don't actually fight him. I never know if he's going to attack or if he's not going to attack. It's impossible. Like, this combo I know. And this one I know. But, like, he's just so impossible to predict. But whatever, we got through it. Alright, so we got everything set up. And I'm just gonna... okay, hi. There we go, dealt with you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. The stage 2 happens so quick with this build. That was a little bit scary. One, two. Running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're dead. See ya. Yeah, he just gets deleted by these weapons. Alright, and now the actual end of the video. Peace.